I'm Nancy from Cucumber, and this month on the Cucumber sofa we have Polly Powell from Pavilion Books. Welcome, Polly.
Thank you.
Polly is an independent London-based publisher of illustrated books.
Indeed I am.
And today we are talking about a book that Polly has written called 50 Things I Wish I Told You, Life Skills. So just before we start, Polly, for those who subscribe to Cucumber, you'll know that we're doing a month in conjunction with Prevent Breast Cancer, which is the only charity in the UK that actually looks into the causes of breast cancer. And so 2 weeks ago we published a blog, and today we're interviewing Polly, and part of the proceeds of your book go to prevent breast cancer. And if you go onto the Prevent Breast Cancer website and you put in the Cucumber code, you can get 20% off any of our attire. And today I'm wearing our new black PJ top.
Very nice too.
Thank you. So Polly, why don't you tell us a little bit about your background and how you got involved with Prevent Breast Cancer?
So I was diagnosed with breast cancer 18 months ago, and when I got better I thought I needed to give something back. And I thought, well, I'm a book publisher, what's the way to do it? Publish a book. So, 50 Things I Wish I Told You, Life Skills. I did this book ostensibly for my children. I have 2 children who I'm incredibly proud of and don't have any flaws at all, but so this book actually is more about me rather than them and maternal guilt. What it is, thank you. What I felt was that when I became ill, I sort of, oh no, what haven't I done? What haven't I told them? So parental guilt got me to write this book, and I came up with 50 things that I thought they ought to know. And they ranged from the very practical, such as 3 ways to cook an egg, and very sensibly how to make the perfect martini, to also a few...
You put that one to the test, I'm sure.
Oh, many times, many times. There's also a hangover cure in there too. But there are also sort of things that are a bit gentler and softer.
I like your number one, actually, sorry to interrupt, how to be kind.
I was just, indeed, okay. I think that is the most sensible thing for anybody.
And we found that on our Cucumber journey as well, actually.
And the best thing, of course, is that percentage of the royalties, in fact all the royalties, will be going to prevent breast cancer.
And when did you actually publish the book?
The book was published last month.
So you published the book last month. Why don't you tell us a little bit about how you got into publishing and about Pavilion Books and how that started?
An awfully long time ago is the answer to that. I started my career in publishing as a typist. So I worked my way up the publishing ladder, had my 2 children, and then I somehow got involved on the management side of things, which I enjoyed enormously. And then in 2013, at a time of an enormous recession, I bought out my partners. So I was running the company.
And that's always been Pavilion Books, it hasn't...
Pavilion Books has been in existence for many, many years.
Right.
The company that we bought was an amalgamation of a lot of old companies that had come together.
What are the books that you're sort of most proud of publishing?
Well, I suppose within a year of me buying out the business, the adult colouring book
they've
market
been really popular, haven't they?
appeared.
Yeah.
And we published Millie Marotta, and we went on to sell 10 million copies of her various books.
So if I was going to cast you back onto that desert island and you had to take one of your books with you, would it be a colouring book to while away the hours, or would it be something completely different?
I think
which publishing house would you choose?
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what I would choose. I'd choose one of our cookbooks.
Okay.
We've just published...
A fish cookbook, because you'll be out there catching fish.
Anything cookbook. Darjeeling Express by Asma Khan.
So Polly, there you are in your desert island with your cookbook that you can't cook from.
Indeed.
Is there anything else you'd like to take with you?
I think I'd like to take the book on the Barbican by Steffi Orazzi. I'm very proud of that book. It's beautifully produced because Steffi is a fantastic designer. But I suppose I'm particularly proud of it because my father was Geoffrey Powell, who was one of the architects of the Barbican.
So Polly, you said you were diagnosed about 18 months ago. What led you to actually prevent breast cancer? How did you actually get involved with them?
Well, I actually did quite a lot of research and looked at all the different charities, and Prevent breast cancer, to my mind, just made sense because it was looking at the causes. It was looking at things like food and exercise and health, which are all subjects that we publish books on. So it seemed like a natural partnership between Pavilion Books and Prevent Breast Cancer. And I'm very impressed with the programme. I visited them up in Manchester.
And has it made you change your views about the way you've lived your life at all, or?
I wish I could say that I live a completely abstemious vegan existence and run every morning. I'm afraid
Well, we
I
all wish we
don't.
could say that.
I'm afraid my lifestyle
live in the
choices
real world.
are probably exactly the same. But
You're more conscious now.
I'm more conscious of it. That's exactly so. And I'm probably in a small way I do.
Yeah. So every little bit helps.
Every little bit helps.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
If I was going to cast you away on a desert island, which
Yeah.
tip would you take with you, or
Yeah.
would you take with you that you haven't put in there?
Mending socks.